Prospective home buyers in astronomical bidding wars. Homes vanishing from listings hours after being posted.
You go to an open house, there could be 50 cars in a line outside waiting to see that property.
The housing market has gotten crazy in America. I mean, some people are buying a house just hours after it's posted online. A house! Hours. Meanwhile, I read reviews for 6 months before I finally decide which water bottle to buy.
All right, when COVID hit, a lot of people had no idea how it would affect business. Residential real estate saw a boom. Prices are high and inventory is low. Joining us with things to keep in mind, whether you're on the buying or selling side, and details on a new law that can provide property tax relief. Amy Bernstein, owner of Bernstein Realty, joins us this morning. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Deborah.
All right.
I love the last segment. I think you should be singing at the rodeo. I just want to say.
Okay, well, we'll talk to them about that maybe next year's lineup. All right, Amy. Let's start with something that could save people some money, but they have to know about it first. It's a new law that went into effect on January 1st.
Yes. So we're super excited about the new law that went into effect January 1st of this year, and that is regarding filing for homestead on your home. And when you file for homestead on your home, there are several benefits for that. Number one, you get to save approximately 20% on your property taxes when the home is considered your homestead. There's a considerable amount of savings. And number two, the county can only raise your valuation every year, the maximum of 10% when the home is considered your homestead. So those are two huge savings when you file for homestead. But in the past, prior to January 1st, you had to own and occupy the home January 1 of the year that you're filing for the homestead to be able to claim that homestead for the year. And this year, January 1, the rules changed that said you can file for homestead immediately, anytime in the year when you close on the home. So you no longer have to wait till the following year to file for homestead, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about 20% savings on that. Speaking of evaluations, a lot of times people get it and think there's nothing they can do about it. You can challenge it. You might not win, but you can at least challenge it.
Absolutely. And, you know, so often people get that challenge and they get the assessment in the mail and either A, they don't pay attention to it because they think it is what it is, or they get it and think, gosh, do I really want to take a vacation day to go down and do that? And you don't have to do that anymore. They've made it so easy that you can absolutely file online your protest from the luxury of your own home. So you no longer have to go down and file that protest. Now, if you're not happy with the what's called iFile online, then you can schedule a hearing and go down and plead your case to Harris County. And even then, you can do this by Zoom today. So no longer do you have to go down there, wait, stay down there for an hour till your name is called. And it's not a half a day ordeal anymore. It can be done right in the luxury of your home. And
yeah, when they see
I'm
Amy
delighted.
go down there and start to challenge for her customers, they're like, uh-oh, here she comes. Just give it to her. All right. Amy, obviously one of the things that spurred a lot of this home buying was that the extremely low interest rates. They're not going to stay low forever. What are you hearing?
You know, there was a lot of rumors that our interest rates were going to rise in 2021, and they didn't, and they stayed consistent. But the rumors are getting louder and louder that they are going to increase in 2022 this year, but nobody knows. But they've been down low so long that I would not be surprised if we saw an increase or maybe even a couple increases this year. I don't think the increases will be huge. I know that when I bought my first home, I'm going to date myself here, but it was in 1986.
Ouch.
My first interest rate was 16.5%.
Wow.
So, you know, a slight increase from 3 to 4 or 3.25 to 4.25 to me is still an incredible opportunity to buy a home and to have home ownership. But
If you were ever in
Nobody
math
likes
class,
everybody.
if you were ever in math
Pardon me?
class, and if you were ever in math class going, why do I need to know about percentage rates? Why do I need to know about percentages? This is when you need to know. I think a lot of people, when they look at, oh, if it goes from 3 to 4 or 2 to 4, it is a difference.
It is substantial. It really is. It's still a great interest rate and a great opportunity compared to where they were at double digits in the past, but it is. I mean, it's a quarter higher when you look at numbers like that for those math people. So I would absolutely, if you were on the fence, I would seriously consider getting off of it and looking at diving into the home purchase arena.
All right. Speaking of, if you're a potential buyer, because it is so competitive out there, what are some of the things that can kind of give you an edge? Because I got to tell you, I have several friends who put in offer after offer after offer, and then they increased the offer substantially. One person even doubled the offer and got beat out by a family coming in from California who said, wow, your houses are cheap. Sure, we'll double it.
Oh, yes. We always get excited when we have California buyers because everything, or New York buyers, right? Everything looks huge to them, and our prices seem
A
very,
backyard?
very reasonable.
What's a backyard?
Exactly. What is a walk-in closet? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yes, we are in a very competitive market right now for home buyers, and a seller's market right now for sellers, because the inventory is so low. And when inventory's low and these buyers are hovering on the computer waiting for new listings to pop up, just like your introduction to this segment, it was absolutely spot on that you will see cars and lines and multiple offers, and it's a little crazy. So when you get ready to buy a home, my advice is to get all your knowledge and get comfortable with the area and what you want in a home and what the pricing is, so that when you find the right home, you can totally jump in, because you don't have a lot of time to think about it, other than you do get an option period, but you don't have a lot of time to think about making an offer.
Yeah.
But one thing I would encourage you to do is talk to a lender in advance and make sure that you have a pre-approval letter that adds a backbone to your offer. So it says, not only am I wanting to buy this home, but I am qualified to buy this home by the lender. It makes the listing broker and the seller feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah,
with
no
that buyer.
hiccups, not having to go back to the drawing table. Let me wrap up with this, Amy. A lot of people during COVID are obviously concerned about people coming through their home. You have virtual options where people can see the home, but also you have some protocols that can help make sure that everything's safe.
Thanks for bringing that up, Deborah. That's we thought we were through with that, but we're right back at it. So on our listings, what we do is we put sanitizer at the front. We ask for masks. We leave booties at the front. And many times on our listings, we'll open all the doors so that the buyer doesn't have to touch the door handle. That makes the buyer and the seller happy with that. And so we try our best to be as conscious as we can. But for those that don't want to actually enter into the home, we're happy to FaceTime with people and show them the home. And we do that a lot for out-of-towners, but we today are doing that a lot for COVID concerned people as well.
Yeah. Okay. We just showed a beautiful picture of one of your listings, and there's a problem with that, because if I was looking at that home, I'm not leaving. You're
gonna stay.
Yeah, I'm staying. I don't know what the eviction looks like, but it's like I'm just gonna come and stay. But anyway, Amy, thank you very much for the advice.
Deborah, thank you so much as always. It's a pleasure, and I think you're the best.
Oh, thank you. Right back at you.
Thank
All
you.
right. To learn
All right.
more about Amy Bernstein and Bernstein Realty, log on to greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you.